6 defeats in 7 games in all competitions. No, this isn't the form of some team battling relegation. It's the current form of the Premier League champions. From a blip to a problem that's turned into a full-blown crisis, superstars not performing, new signings failing to live up to the expectations, a coach and his tactics getting called into question. There's only one question on everyone's lips now. What is happening to Liverpool? We've got to start with the most obvious kicker: the results. I mean, this isn't just bad, it's almost unbelievable, especially for a team that had secured the league title just a few months ago in May. 4 Premier League defeats on the spin. In that time, they've lost to Chelsea, Manchester United at home, Crystal Palace and Brentford. Add this to a Champions League defeat to Galatasaray, and most recently a 3-0 defeat to Crystal Palace at home. And yeah, it really does look bad. It gets interesting too. See, guys, the warning signs had been there right from when Liverpool started the season, but the results just somehow managed to swing in their favour. A 4-2 win against Bournemouth in the opening game of the season, but the scoreline doesn't tell the full story. Liverpool let a 2-goal lead slip to 2-2 and had to rely on goals from Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah in the 88th and 93rd minutes respectively to seal the win. Against Newcastle in the second league game, it was on the verge of being an embarrassing meltdown. Liverpool went 2 goals up at St James's Park, went a man up after Anthony Gordon saw red for Newcastle, and yet somehow still let the 2-goal lead slip. They had to rely on a 100th minute winner from the then 16-year-old Rio Ngumoha to steal the win and save face from what would have been an embarrassing draw. The warning signs continued to grow even more. They beat Arsenal 1-0 thanks to an 83rd minute free kick from Dominik Szoboszlai. Beat Burnley 1-0 after Mohamed Salah's 95th minute winning penalty. In the Champions League, they let another 2-goal lead slip in the opening game to Atletico Madrid before Virgil van Dijk's header in the 92nd minute stole the win. The point? Liverpool hadn't been convincing, even in the games they won at the start of the season. They just managed to get results, and it became clear that once they were unable to get results, there'd be a problem. It started against Crystal Palace, the first one in the 6-game defeat span. Now, what's crazy about these defeats is that in 5 of these 6 losses, Liverpool have actually only lost by a single-goal margin, the same single-goal margin they used to win games at the start of the season. So again, what's the point with this? The results early on managed to cover the performances, the gaping holes in the Liverpool team. Now, they aren't winning games anymore, those holes are wide open, and the one thing people can't stop talking about is what happened in the summer. Judging by the summer transfer window, Liverpool they should have been flying. The expenditure was crazy, £415.5 million, almost £500 million spent on transfers into the club. Alexander Isak joined to break the British transfer record fee on deadline day in a £130 million move from Newcastle United. Just before him, Florian Wirtz joined from Bayer Leverkusen for £116.5 million. Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt for £69 million. Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth for £40 million. Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen for £29.5 million. Georgi Mashvili's earlier signing from Valencia in the 2024 transfer window finally became active this summer for £29 million, and Hungarian goalkeeper Armin Pesci for £1.5 million. If you further break this down, it reveals another interesting subplot. Liverpool basically signed 2 goalkeepers, a right back and a left back, a midfielder and 2 centre forwards. To a large extent, they'd rebuilt the team, actually scratch that. Arne Slot had built his team, his ideal version of how he wanted his Liverpool team to be. And now we say this, because in the same way Liverpool had spent crazy on transfers, they also let quite several names leave as well. Luis Diaz left to join Bayern Munich for £65 million. Darwin Núñez was sold to Al Hilal for £56 million. Jarell Quansah joined Bayer Leverkusen for £35 million. Ben Doak was sold to Bournemouth for £25 million. Sao Kelleher joined Brentford in an £18 million deal, and Tyler Morton was sold to Lyon for £15 million. That's over £200 million generated in transfer sales alone. But again, the point here is, if you look at some of the names, players like Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, for example, they played their part in Liverpool's title run last season. Sao Kelleher did too. Arne Slot replaced all these players in the teams with new ones. It now means that this team, the one we're seeing now, it's taken away the notion of Slot playing with Klopp's team and just tweaked a few pieces. Slot has gone out and spent crazy on getting an almost entirely new squad. But there's a stunning reality he's got to deal with. In all his new signings, the only one who has gotten off the mark and looked like fitting into the team has been Hugo Ekitike. The rest, they've looked off. Florian Wirtz has admitted that even he didn't realise how tough the Premier League and English football is. Jeremy Frimpong has either been injured or dropped mid-level performances at right back. Milos Kerkez at left back, when he's played, has looked so lost. Alexander Isak has either been unfit, injured, or when he has played, looked like he doesn't fit into the Liverpool system centrally. Goalkeeper Georgi Mamada has been in goal ever since Alisson's injury, and he's been suspect with some of the saves he's made. Having just one signing making an impact in a transfer window with over £400 million spent is wild, very wild. But there's something else about these transfers that is causing problems for Arne Slot and Liverpool, and we will tell you what they are in a couple of seconds. But first, smash that like and subscribe button to Mr. Football if you're enjoying the content so far, right? So what are the problems these new signings have caused Arne Slot then? It's affected the team. Arne Slot doesn't know what his best team is. This one is really simple. Last season, Slot's Liverpool barely made changes. He even talked about his lack of rotation was probably the reason why they were successful in the league and got knocked out of the Champions League. The point is, Liverpool had a team, a lineup. Slot could tweak it at best, with one or two changes depending on injuries, rotation and maybe form, but there was a constant. This season it's been a mess. The problems have been all over. In attack, for example, he's chosen to start Alexander Isak over Hugo Ekitike in games this season, where you'd probably have felt Ekitike deserved the nod over Isak. He struggled to find an actual fit for Florian Wirtz in the side. He's played him as a number 10, played him as a number 8, played him out wide as a left winger. On each of these occasions, where he's changed Wirtz's position, one of the constants in the team from last season has suffered negatively for it. When he's played Florian Wirtz in that number 10 role, the player to drop out has been Dominik Szoboszlai. Arne Slot last season talked about how he wanted Szoboszlai to add more numbers and end product to his game while praising his work rate. And this would probably be the top reason why they spent that much on getting Florian Wirtz. But the stark reality is Wirtz has just 2 assists in all competitions this season. You could argue that he's created chances and it's his teammates who haven't helped his cause with bad finishing. But again, the point is that playing Wirtz in that role means Slot misses out on the industry and pressing from Szoboszlai in attack, while at the same time not getting the goals and assists he'd have been expecting from Wirtz. A double miss. It's the same when he's tried to play Wirtz out wide. He's only done this on a few occasions this season because even Slot has noticed that leaving Cody Gakpo out of the team or changing his position would be a big mistake. Gakpo has been one of Liverpool's best performers in a poor season this campaign. So he's tried to play Wirtz in midfield as one of the 2 pivots. Another mistake. A big part of Liverpool's success last season was the form of the 2 players in that role, Alexis Mac Allister and Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch acted as the holding midfielder with Mac Allister as the number 8 who played in the middle of midfield. It worked. It had a structure. The 2 had an understanding. True, Alexis Mac Allister has struggled to replicate his form this season, but even when he's played Wirtz in there, it hasn't been the same impact as when Mac Allister played the role last season. He's not going to play Wirtz as a 6 or holding midfielder. And so the big question, where does Arne Slot play Florian Wirtz without imbalancing the team? He still doesn't have an answer to this. It's not just the new signings too. It's been the same with some of the existing players. Slot had tried to make a few tweaks that haven't quite worked out. For instance, Ryan Gravenberch excelled in that holding midfield role last season. In this campaign, the Dutchman has admitted that Slot has given him the freedom to become more advanced. It's resulted in Gravenberch already doubling his goal tally from last season. But there's a catch. That holding midfield role that Gravenberch vacates when attacking more now, the opposition is catching Liverpool out with it. It's become easy for teams to directly play through Liverpool instead of trying to attack from the flanks. Goals like Antoine Semenyo's second goal against Liverpool or Kevin Schad's goal for Brentford against the Reds. These goals highlight Liverpool's lack of a holding midfielder to stop these direct balls from the opposition. At right back, Slot's had a dilemma. Jeremy Frimpong has looked below par. Conor Bradley has struggled with fitness issues. His best right back this season has been Dominik Szoboszlai, who has played at least 5 positions this campaign for Liverpool. The Hungarian has played as a makeshift right back, played holding midfield, played the 8 in McAllister's role, played as a number 10, and even played as a left winger on occasion too. In defence, it's been a crisis. No clean sheets in 10 games and counting now. Van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate as a partnership have looked very shaky. The form of players like Mohamed Salah has been poor, very poor. The Egyptian king has looked miles off what he was last season, but there might be a reason for that, a reason that, looking at it now, might be affecting the entire team. Not like any of them would use it as an excuse, but it's impossible to say it cannot have affected the squad. The death of Diogo Jota was a big blow to Liverpool and Slot. Liverpool's number 20 forever. A couple of players in the current team like Salah were close to Jota, and so losing a teammate like that, knowing how he died, and knowing they'll never see him again, that's the kind of grief that doesn't just heal over time. Unfortunately, the competition is very unforgiving, and Arne Slot is finding out the hard way now. Liverpool is in a crisis, and if Slot doesn't figure it out soon, his job might be in danger. Maybe he can take notes from Hansi Flick. Who knows? Click the next video to find out how, just over a year ago, Hansi Flick transformed Barcelona.